Alrighty, here is the update for the Stormweaver Spark Cast on Crit build. Now, I made a lot of changes over the last couple of days, so I'm just going to do a kind of an overview through everything again, so going through the skills, passives, and gear. I'll try to note some of the main changes as I go through it, but it's probably easier to do it this way rather than just saying some of the upgrades that I've done. So we'll start with the skills. So here we have our Lightning Bolt. So this is a level 19 Lightning Bolt from the Cry of the Storm. We have Cold Exposure, Strip Away, Spell Echo, and Ingenuity. We run a Sigil of Power with Persistence and Magnified Effect. Our Spark is a 20, and we get +6 from our amulet, our Wand and our Shield. This has Acceleration, Fork, Pinpoint Critical, Arcane Tempo, and Mobility. Hypothermia with Heightened Curse, Focus Cursed, Curse Ground. A Blink in our Weapon Swap, just there. We have our Cast on Crit with a level 21 Comet with our +2 from our Shield, with Impetus, Energy Retention, Inspiration, and Spell Cascade. Okay, I'm just going to quickly run through the passives. So we have made a few changes to the tree. Mainly we have got the access to the From Nothing Mind Over Matter jewel. I actually dropped this from my tier 4 Kingdom Mists, the first one I got. I managed to ID it, so I got really lucky with that. I was saving for it at the time. I had around 15 divines, and then I managed to just get this as a drop, so that was extremely lucky. But this saves a lot of points, and you can see how powerful it is by looking over here. We can pick up nodes around without having to connect it. So we've got Touch the Arcane here, we've got Dependable Ward, Radicism, Breaking Point, All Natural, and Storm Charged. So very, very powerful little 6 points here that we can pick up with our jewel. Which allows us to go into a lot of other things with the rest of our points. So we've managed to pick up pretty much everything in this cluster down here. So we've got Energy Shield, Crit, we've got this Mana to Shock, Mana Regen, some nice crit nodes here with Energy Shield and some delay. Coming through here, Conservative Casting with some more ES and our Energy Shield node for our evasion on our body armor. Keep coming around, we've got more crit over here. Around the top here, getting all the nice stuff. Projectile Speed, Crit, Arcane Intensity, Energy Shield, and Int. And then coming around this far side, mainly for jewel sockets, because we can get some really powerful jewels with these sort of stats, double Crit, Energy Shield, and Mana to Shock. So you can get some really powerful jewels over here, and we do need some of the stun threshold here as well, so that's why we take that. For the Ascendancies, we are still having our Constant Gale for Arcane Surge and Force of Will, with Double Shock, and our additional 12% exposure. As for the gear, this is probably where we've had the biggest amount of upgrades over the past couple of days. I'd say the gear's roughly around 80 divines. I may have got a few things cheaper here and there because I just like sniping on the market, maybe sniping items that are a bit cheaper and then crafting them or getting lucky with like a whittling. So I've got a few things like that. So first things here is the wands. So this is pretty much best in slot. Obviously you could go with the +5 lightning skills, but it's not too necessary because it's only really for your spark clear. But we really want critical hit chance. That's probably the number one besides these skills. You can get cast speed or mana regen. I like getting a lot of mana on it. A really important stat though is the extra cold. The extra cold is nice to have as your comet is going to benefit from that, and you don't forget you are using the cold exposure. And also your sparks and your lightning bolt are going to benefit from the extra cold where the enemies are going to be exposed to it as well. So I think extra cold's the best out of the three, the fire, lightning, and cold. So if you can get that, and maybe something like spell damage or something like extra lightning would be okay as well. We're really focusing on that mana or lightning spell skills, crit hit chance, and cast speed. Helmet, we want mana, high energy shield, resists. Focus, we want crit, mana regen, or cast speed. 2 level to all skills, mana, and some sort of damage, or you can go higher ES if you can't get one with the damage roll. Our Cry of the Storm, we are anointing and mental toughness. Make sure you get a 19 lightning bolt here if you can. It does do a bit more damage, and mental toughness is absolutely insane for the build. It really helps us maintain those comets, so it's definitely going to be our anoint going forward. We then have our chest piece, evasion, energy shield. Here I've got a nice dual res one here. Got a little unlucky with the life regen. I did manage to get one that had that slot for a whittling open, and I hit life regen, so that's unfortunate. This ring is crazy, 146 mana, 43 rarity, 23 cast speed, and 26 int with 64 mana regen. And this ring is also really nice. It finishes off kind of our resists, has a bit of rarity, mana, cast speed, mana regen. We have the Melagaras. This obviously sets our crit bonus at 300, so we don't have to worry about getting crit bonus. We can just focus purely on getting crit. We have an ingenuity here, pretty low rolled, but I've got the 25% increased max energy shield on it. And then we have 35 movement speed tri-res boots with maximum mana on that as well. So that's the overview of the actual gear in here. As for the jewels, we've got basically crit hit chance, elements or shock, and energy shields. We've got one there, we've got one here, we've got one here, pretty much the exact same. And then we've got the do nothing there as well. So that's kind of the overview of the build so far, guys. We have managed to take down a lot of the tier 4 bosses and hoping to take on Arbiter next. And we'll just see how far we can min-max the character. I'm currently level 94 and I'm cruising through maps quite nicely. If you would like to see me build the character live, feel free to check me out on the stream. That's twitch.tv/squishy2244. Hopefully see you guys there. Thanks, guys.